Hey, this is Cynthia. Let's talk about how we relate to colleagues in our organization. There are different kinds of people that we work with, and oftentimes I sense that there is a buildup of unnecessary stress, especially if you're a fast-moving organization. The market has lots of changes and competition, and you are also working with amazing colleagues who are super high achievers. Um, in essence, everybody's trying to have good intentions for the organization. However, sometimes, maybe with our busyness, there are certain things that we do or we don't do that actually causes unnecessary stress. For instance, the way we talk to each other. Um, there's absolutely nothing wrong with, of course, having different viewpoints and defending that. But for instance, there are some people who are not comfortable with raised voices. I remember one of my colleagues, she was brought up with a family that protects her a lot, and she was brought up in a very peaceful environment where a raised voice, someone who raises their voice, is quite intimidating for her, even though it's not directed at her or even though it's not meant to be a negative thing. But just the fact of raised voices, or some people are not comfortable with getting into too much details without understanding where's the big picture. So some people love details, but and need it, and some people just love being creative through conflict as well, and feel that debates and arguments are a natural thing and shouldn't be feared and avoided. So let's say you have these kinds of differences. What do you do? Now, if we look at things like a marriage, a good friendship, the good ones that really last forever, the ones that really feel good, is where, yes, we have a common goal, we want to have the same thing, but we are also aware about what we can do for each other. And the relationship is not just about taking and about being me, but it's also about giving to you. What is the gift that we can give to each other? For instance, let's say you know that by nature your colleague is a people oriented person, a pretty peaceful person, and not really comfortable with high strung conversation and conflict debates, right? You'll know that because this person always shuts down during those kinds of conversations. You might want to think about, how can I gift this person? How can I be a gift to this person? It is not to lower your expectation, it is not to change your goals, right? That's not the type of gift that you need to give, because yes, you must defend your points because you do it for the good of the company. However, perhaps the way that is communicated, and it's also a good developmental goal for yourself, is learning to communicate in a different way that makes other people who may be different from you comfortable to stay engaged in the conversation. For instance, perhaps not raising your voice, perhaps not saying certain harsh words. Sometimes pointing fingers could be perceived as very, very harsh in some cultures or in some personalities. Um, let's say, and you are, let's say, on the other hand, let's say you're the one that's really, really peaceful and everything, but you know that your environment is full of, loud people that like to scream and shout at each other. How do you not take it personally? Maybe your gift to them is to say, look, this is the people that I work with, and in this culture it is not taken personally, and they are expressive, that they are loud. Maybe my gift to you is to be okay with that. My gift to you is just to desensitize myself and participate in that. You might want to take a drink before the meeting, but it's up to you. But anyway, my point is, be a gift to each other. There is It's so good when you start thinking it's not just about me, it's not just about my way. And especially if there's that big lie that you give to yourself, like, this is the way I am, I could never change, this is me. Don't be so consumed by that, because it is not about you, it is not just about you, and it's about also being sensitive to the people around you, and figuring out how you can be a gift to other people, just like you want other people to figure out how to be a gift for you. Of course, you don't become a gift to others expecting that others will give you. But I think if you are a person that wants to grow, that wants to enrich and widen your horizons and widen your wisdom, it is something that might be interesting for you to look at. It is about, how do other people behave? How is that different from me? How can I be a wiser person by being more flexible to different kinds of people depending on the need?